remember the day my son, James, first introduced me to Emily. He was beaming with joy as he told me about this wonderful girl he had met in college. At first, I was thrilled for him, but little did I know that this meeting would mark the beginning of a painful journey that would test the limits of a mother's love. Emily seemed pleasant enough in the beginning. She was smart, charming, and had a radiant smile that could light up a room. My son was smitten, and I was genuinely happy for him. However, as their relationship grew, things took a different turn. Slowly but surely, I began to notice a change in my son. He used to confide in me about his dreams, fears, and daily adventures. We would spend hours talking about everything under the sun. But as Emily became a more significant part of his life, he started distancing himself from me. Our long chats over coffee turned into brief text messages, and his visits home became rare occurrences. I tried to be understanding. After all, young love can be all-consuming. I thought to myself, this is just a phase. He'll come back to us. But the more I saw of Emily, the less I liked her. She was controlling, manipulative, and possessive. I saw the way she isolated my son from his friends, insisting that he spend all his free time with her. He seemed to have lost his spark, his independence, and even his sense of self. One day, he canceled our lunch plans at the last minute because Emily demanded his attention. I was crushed. I had always been there for him, and now he was slipping away. Tears welled up in my eyes as I realized that I was losing my son to this girl who seemed determined to cut him off from his family. Over time, he stopped coming home altogether. He missed birthdays, holidays, and family gatherings, all because Emily had other plans for him. I felt like a stranger to my own child, and the pain was unbearable. Our once lively home became a silent, lonely place. I tried to express my concerns to him, but Emily's influence had grown so strong that he brushed off my worries, accusing me of not understanding their love. It was a heartbreaking moment when I realized that my son was choosing her over me. I longed for the days when my son and I were close, when he would run into my arms after school and we would share our dreams and secrets. Now, I watch from afar, hoping that someday he'll see through Emily's facade and find his way back to his family. But until then, my heart aches, knowing that my once loving relationship with my son has been shattered by a girl who has such a hold on him. As the years passed, I clung to the hope that James would eventually see the toxic nature of his relationship with Emily. But that hope often felt like a distant dream. He had moved away with her to a city far from home, and our contact became limited to the occasional text message. I tried to occupy my mind with other things, joining clubs and volunteering to fill the void left by my son's absence. But the emptiness in my heart persisted. Our home, once filled with laughter and love, now echoed with the haunting silence of his absence. The rift between my son and me grew wider with each passing day, and I often found myself crying myself to sleep at night, praying for the day when he would break free from Emily's influence. I knew that I had to be patient, that pushing too hard might drive him further away. So, I waited, holding on to the memories of the loving, caring son I once had. Despite the pain, I knew that a mother's love is unconditional. No matter how much time passed or how far he strayed, I would always be there for James, ready to welcome him back with open arms whenever he was ready to come home. And I held on to that hope, believing that one day, the bond between a mother and her son would prove stronger than any relationship he had with Emily.